Welcome to Education Today. I'm Alex Thompson of Katanning High School in the Armstrong School District. Have you ever wondered what you're going to do after high school? Does this question bring you to feel stressed or concerned about your future? Preparing for life after high school comes with difficult decisions. Seniors often lose track of deciding where to go for post-secondary education or what they need to do to be successful. They get lost and need guidance. They look to their guidance counselor for help. As the last year of their high school career approaches, they may realize that they need to take the necessary steps to prepare for the future. To help us with those steps is Katanning Junior High School's guidance counselor, Sandy DeForno. Welcome to Education Today. Would you please introduce yourself for our viewers?
My name is Sandy DeForno, and I'm currently the guidance counselor at Katanning Junior High School.
We understand that there are several steps to take in preparing for post-secondary education. What do you think is the first step in preparing for college education?
The first step is exploring all of your options, taking a look at colleges, at the majors they offer, specific requirements that they may have, and also looking at what high school courses are recommended for those colleges and those majors as well.
All right. Could you explain to us what financial aid is available for students?
Financial aid consists of several different types of aid: grants, scholarships, loans, and work study. And all of those students can apply for when they complete the FAFSA.
What is FAFSA?
FAFSA is an acronym for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. And this is the form that any students who are headed on to a post-secondary school are going to want to complete after January 1st of their senior year, but before their school's specific deadlines. So they're going to want to check with each of their schools to see when that particular deadline is. The earliest that I'm aware of is February 15th.
All right. Say a student gets various acceptance letters to colleges that they have applied to. What is an easier way for them to decide on what college they should go to?
I think they need to look at a couple things. Attend a class. Make sure they get on the campus and become familiar with the campus. A lot of colleges offer spend-a-night programs. Take advantage of those and see if it's a good fit. Then also look at the bottom line, and is this school affordable? Am I going to be able to stay here for the 4 years or so that I need to get this education?
Students may notice that there is a wall in the guidance office that is specifically for scholarships. Why do you recommend students to take these?
Scholarships are essentially free money. Very few of our students actually apply even for our local scholarships. And so, a few minutes of students' time can translate into $500 or $1,000 or more.
What are some websites that students can use to look to apply for scholarships?
Probably the most popular and the ones that I would recommend are fastweb.com, educationplanner.org, petersons.com, and collegeboard.com.
All right. Obviously, college is not the only option for post-secondary success. What are other options that are out there for students to explore?
Students could go immediately into the workforce. They could also look at the military. There are also technical or trade schools if they don't want a 4-year college. Apprenticeship programs are also very competitive and a good option for many of our students, as is Job Corps.
Good to know. If students are looking at other options, what kind of advice do you give them to help foster success in the future?
Always do your very best and be willing to listen to what parents, counselors, and representatives from those particular institutions have to tell you.
Regardless of what their post-graduation plans include, what suggestions would you give to students to help them to be prepared for life after high school?
I would actually tell students to focus on building their soft skills, people skills. This is what a lot of employers tell us that they are missing in potential employees. Those are skills like time management, communication skills, conflict resolution, just those kind of soft skills to make someone a team player, someone that can work with others.
Obviously, it's difficult for students to know what they may want to do with their lives, but how early do you begin preparing for them or speaking with them about their future?
I think you can start as early as possible, even in elementary school, when they start to understand what types of jobs are available, when they look at getting to know themselves, their interests, what they enjoy, what they dislike. Those are all important parts of finding a career that's going to be a good fit.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add for our viewers at home?
I think there are two essential pieces of information. One is attendance. School attendance is so important. We can't discount it. I've heard over and over from employers that they can teach a student to do anything, but they can't get them out of bed. And if they are not coming to school, they don't come to work. So attendance is key, and employers do ask for that, as do colleges. The other thing I would caution students is to really resist peer pressure and stay drug-free, because that will keep doors open to them. And when you're only 16 or 17 years old, that's something that you want to make sure you're not shutting doors for your future.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and when we return, we will speak with a few ASD alums about their preparation for the future and what they're doing now. Stick around for more Education Today.
I'm Indiana County Sheriff Bob Fyhawk. We are all proud of Indiana County, but we must be worried about the negative growth of drugs and alcohol abuse. It is the responsibility of all of us, parents, teachers, and community leaders, to provide the best possible education to our youth in the prevention of drug and alcohol abuse. The law is a deterrent, but education is still our best protection. Help keep Indiana safe and drug-free. For more information on how to talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol, go to the abovetheinfluence.com, brought to you by the Armstrong, Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
Hi, I'm Jen McCroskey. I'm a prevention specialist with the Armstrong Indiana Clarion Drug and Alcohol Commission. Hey parents, put your drug knowledge to the test. Attend a free teen scene program. Learn about signs and symptoms of drug use and abuse, current drug trends, resources for help, and view a large display of items where drugs can be hidden. For more information, call 724-354-2746, extension 309 to schedule a program today. Brought to you by the Armstrong, Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
Welcome back to Armstrong School District's Education Today. We are talking tonight about being successful after high school. We just spoke with one of ASD's guidance counselors, Mrs. Sandy DeForno. Now we are going to bring on a graduate of the Armstrong School District. Would you please introduce yourself for our viewers?
Hello, my name is Jake Klingensmith, and I graduated here in the Armstrong School District from Ford City in 2012, so about 2 years ago.
All right. What path did you take after graduating?
I went on to college, and that's what I did. I moved on to higher education.
All right. How did you decide which avenue you wanted to pursue?
Well, it was either go to college or go to college. That was my parents' option, so I picked one of them, and that's what I did.
Fair enough. What steps did you take to prepare yourself for life after high school?
Well, I kind of had to mature a little bit. In high school, I was a little too relaxed, I would say. So once I moved on, I decided that I needed to actually really do my work and study a lot harder than I did. Not to say I didn't study, but study a lot harder now.
Right. What was the most stressful part about the preparation?
The most stressful part was probably just getting ready and moving away from home, because, I don't know, living close to home is pretty cool.
At what point did you make a final decision on where you would attend? Do you feel you should have made a decision sooner?
Well, my decision, I I just had one, since I wanted to go to school for communications, I just wanted to go to Indiana because I figured, well, they have a really good communications program and they're only a half hour away from where I live, so it was a pretty simple decision. It wasn't a difficult task.
All right. Is there anything that you think you should have done differently?
No, I think all the choices I've made have been doing really good so far, so hopefully,
Was financial aid something you looked into? And if so, how did you apply for financial aid?
Yeah, I did apply for financial aid. I'm not really sure a lot on how. There was a form I filled out, and I did that, and my mom helped me a lot with that, so.
All right. With the college that you've chosen, was there any scholarships that you applied for through that school or otherwise?
I didn't apply for a scholarship through the school, but I applied for a scholarship through the Armstrong School District, and I received the Henry F. Shepard Memorial Scholarship. It was kind of like, it wasn't like a football scholarship, but it was through, playing sports, and I receive a pretty decent amount of money, and I actually receive a little bit every year. So it goes on as long as I'm in school.
All right. After you decided on what college you wanted to attend, what were the next steps you took? Did you have to make any deposit to save your spot?
No, I really didn't have to do any of that at all. So.
All right. Let's jump into what you're actually doing right now. What are you doing specifically?
Well, what I'm doing, it's kind of a lot because I work in the communications, just like what this stuff is here, and I work on the actual IUP-TV station as the program director. So that means I get to program what goes onto the channel. And what else do I do? I do a radio show on Tuesday nights in a prime spot, midnight to 2 a.m. But yeah, it's a little late. But I also am in the National Broadcasting Society, which we work on making videos and just about broadcasting and radio. We just toured KDKA like 2 weeks ago. And I'm in the Student Film Association. And with that, we're making an actual film and not like a student film, but we actually are paying actors and we're shooting locations and doing it the way through.
Nice.
So along with that and my groups and my classes, it's a lot of stuff going on.
With attending IUP, do you think commuting is better than living on campus?
Well, that's kind of a good question to ask me because I actually did commute last year, and now I don't commute this year, obviously. But commuting, I would say commuting is good and bad. I would say commuting's good if you're just doing a lot of general classes, but I would say that if you're good, whenever you start getting into your major classes, I would say you want to be up there a lot of the time, especially if you're a communications major because you spend most of your days and nights in the studio.
A lot of work done.
Yeah.
So what is college life like? Is there anything you can tell us about the students, or should we prepare for anything to be successful in college?
Honestly, coming from a small school like we both do, I would say at first you might, go in there thinking it's going to be kind of scary with lots of great amount of kids. But as soon as you go in and start talking to them, they're just like everybody else, and they're all really nice and helpful. And if you're lost, ask somebody, and they'll help you out. But everybody is really nice on campus.
That's good to know. Is there anything you've learned during the last few years that you can speak about, like how to deal with different stressors, college professors, flexible scheduling, or college-level classes and work?
Flexible scheduling, I would say, get to know your advisor really well. If you know your advisor really well in college, they can help you to get into some of your classes, maybe give you an override, which will guarantee you a spot in the class. Because sometimes it's really hard to get into the classes you want and get the professors of the classes that you want. So there's that, and pretty much that's about it.
All right. Are there things that you wish that you would have done differently now looking back on the process?
Would that be for getting ready for college?
Yeah.
I would say no. Honestly, I'm pretty happy where I'm at, and yeah. So whenever you make your decision, and even if you're worried about it, try it out for a little while, and I'm sure you'll start to like it.
Reflecting on your time here, were there specific classes or other activities that have helped you be successful to this point?
Most definitely. The most helpful thing that's probably helped me in college is Education Today. And I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here on the show right now. I'm saying that because, like, the first day I walked into my TV production class, it was just like Education Today. And pretty much all the kids were like 20 steps behind me, and I was just blowing through everything and taking the tests. You know, it's really helpful. So if you want to get into a field like this, you know, in the Armstrong School District, try to get into the TV class and come to Education Today, because it will help.
Is there any other advice that you would like to give to the various graduating classes or to the students that are preparing to apply for college in the future?
I would say that, you know, don't worry about where your friends are going. Go to where your major, you know, where you're going to get a good education. You can go visit your friends on the weekends. Don't worry about having to see them all the time. You're better off to actually, you know, go somewhere where you're actually going to benefit, because after college, you got to actually get a job. And, yeah.
Well, that's our show for today. We'd like to thank our guests, Mrs. Sandy DeForno, Jake Klingensmith, for taking their time out of their busy schedule to come and talk with us today. Our thanks also goes out to the TV production students of Katanning High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. DVD copies of this and all Education Today programming can be requested by contacting Chris Garatano, multimedia technician at Katanning Junior High School. Visit our website for updated information about the district, and have a great week.